Okay, guys, so today we're rebuilding the Chicago Bulls. This team's pretty interesting. You got Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Otto Porter, Thaddeus Young, Wendell Carter, and Kobe White. This team is definitely going to need a lot of moves before we're taking home a title. I think Kobe White's the only player I'm going to try to hold on to, at least for now, because he will be on that rookie deal for the whole entire rebuild. Seeing what the value we can get for these guys. What is it for Zach LaVine? I think he's someone I definitely want to trade. He's going to have that right blend of trade value that I'm looking for, and I don't really think he's going to be a guy that's going to help us win a championship. We got to get bigger, better names. Rudy Gobert, that one's interesting, but he's only on a 2-year deal. We're going to have to re-sign him, and we're really looking to make moves in that 2021 free agency. We'll see by the time we get there. DeMar DeRozan, not doing that on a 1-year deal. Danilo Gallinari. Jarrett Culver is interesting, but I still don't think that's enough value, and we're taking on that Andrew Wiggins contract. Definitely not doing that. John Wall, but that contract is just ridiculous. Seeing what players we could get from other teams, just looking around. I would love to get like John Morant. That would be beautiful. That's not going to happen. Donovan Mitchell's interesting. We couldn't get that one to work. What about, let me look at the Warriors. I think D'Angelo Russell. This one could, we could do Zach LaVine and Chris Dunn for D'Angelo Russell and Alfonso McKinney. I think I'm actually going to do that. We're getting an extra year of D'Angelo Russell's contract. Yes, it's a max deal, but $27 million is pretty fair. We're obviously increasing at overall. I think that's someone that gives us a better chance at taking home a title, but obviously we're going to need to get better elsewhere. Lauri Markkanen, let's see what the value is for him. Otto Porter is a guy that we will trade right now, though, because he's on a 1-year deal. We obviously don't want, to give him a contract extension with the amount of money he's going to demand, but the value on him is probably not going to be very good. A 22 first round selection from the Dallas Mavericks. That's interesting. Get Steven Adams only with 2 years left on his deal. I would love to get a young player. Rui Hachimura is actually very interesting. Not really sure what his progression would look like, but I think I'm going to do that. Just get a young player, got solid asset right now. He's at 3-star trade value. As he progresses, that could probably go up. We'll add that exception, take on Rui Hachimura. I like what we're doing so far. Seeing what the value is for Lauri Markkanen. I think it should be pretty high. You can get Eric Bledsoe, Marcus Smart, and Enes Kanter. Not liking any of these trades so far. We might be holding on to him for at least one more season. Jonathan Isaac's interesting, but if I'm taking on a player like that, I want to have more years left on their contract. Would love to get a rookie. DeJounte Murray and Lonnie Walker is interesting, but again, we don't have a big enough commitment. Jarrett Culver is also nice, but again, I don't know if that's enough value, but we are also getting a 22 first-round pick. I really want to go big in that 2021 free agency. I think that's what hurt me in the last rebuild. So I actually think, I know it's kind of weird, but I am going to do this deal, taking on Jarrett Culver in that first-round selection. The progression for him should be pretty solid. So now we are looking at D'Angelo Russell, Thaddeus Young, Wendell Carter. We're really tanking this season. Wendell Carter, you're going to be out the door. I don't think we're going to get enough progression out of him. Right now, he's at 3.5-star trade value. That's a pretty, solid amount. You've got Justice Winslow with 2 years left on his deal, plus Tyler Herro, who is still sitting at 3-star trade value right now. Don't think that's enough. Buddy Hield, I would love to get if he was still, had a couple more years left on his contract, but he's going to be a restricted free agent. He's probably going to demand some, crazy $20+ million deal. So I'm not sure if I'm doing that as of right now. Robert Covington, this is a solid player that we'll have for the remainder of this rebuild. He's at 3 years, $36 million. He's a 3-and-D player. It's a fair contract. It's something that, is still going to hold value down the road. We could trade, but also at the same time, Wendell Carter, he's going to advance. He's going to get better. I don't know if I'm in that much of a rush to get rid of him. So for now, we're holding on to him. Thaddeus Young, this is a guy that has immediate value that we're going to look to trade as soon as possible. And after this one, we're probably going to simulate this season, head into the offseason. Hopefully we have a decent draft pick. I don't expect this to be too good. We can make some moves in the 2020 class, but we're really focusing on that 2021. We can get a first-round pick plus Courtney Lee out of the Dallas Mavericks. We will probably do that unless we see some rookie or something that we could, really help us. Actually getting Robert Covington for Thad Young is a very intriguing offer that I'm probably going to do. We are giving up that 2020 second-round pick, but that's really holds no value to us. I think long-term having Robert Covington on the roster could be a very nice addition for this team. Seeing anybody else, Thomas Satoransky, any of those guys could give us something in return, because we really don't care about this season whatsoever. As you guys can clearly see, this is more of a fantasy style rebuild. Obviously, no team is going to do this many trades ahead of a season that shows a lot of promise with their young talent. Patty Mills, nothing special there. Let's just look at the rotation, see what we've got. D'Angelo Russell, Jarrett Culver, Robert Covington, Daniel Gafford. That's actually going to be interesting. Maybe we can get some player progression out of having him there. We actually right now have Kobe White coming off the bench. that could change down the road. Jared Culver, whether Jared Culver, D'Angelo Russell, or Kobe White will get traded down the line. For now, we got Rui Hachimura here. I'm actually going to start him at the power forward spot. I mean, to me, that's his true position. I don't know exactly why they don't have him there. We'll bump up his minutes. Hopefully that helps him get a little bit more player progression going. I like what we've got. Let's check out. Make sure we don't have any big contracts that we need to get off the books immediately. Jan Mahimi, he's going to be off our books. Sadaransky and Felicio. Okay, let's just do that real quick. Get them off our books and head into next season. Let's see where they at. Sadaransky, Felicio. Hopefully we can just turn these guys into one-year deals. Brandon Knight and Sindarius Thornwell. I'll do that in a heartbeat, unless we can get some decent value, maybe a rookie or something that we could use down the road. Probably not, but we might as well take a look while we're here. Kent Bazemore and Scala BCR. Let's just do that one-year deal. We're giving up a second-round pick. We're getting Brandon Knight. They don't have player options. Hopefully that would hurt us. Let's do that, and I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay, guys, so at the end of the season, LeBron James takes home MVP, Zion Rookie of the Year. We don't see any Bulls. We don't really care. Any Chicago Bulls anywhere here. Maybe on the all-rookie teams. Nothing on all defensive. We actually have 2 on the all-rookie first team in Jared Culver and Rui Hachimura. That is good to see. And we have Kobe White on all-rookie second. That's awesome. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs. We only finished with a 29-53 record. That is pretty good news, though, as I believe we hold our first-round selection. Hopefully, we do. We end up finishing as the second-worst team in the Eastern Conference. Can we bring on a new coach? Right now, we've got Jim Boland. We can get Greg Popovich. That would be absolutely beautiful. Let's try and do that real fast. We'll give you 4 years. We'll give you all the money you could dream of. Let's crank that salary up. Give him like 6.5, 6.6. Let's do that. See what he does. He appreciates our offer. He'll let us know. He's tentative. He has rejected our offer. Now we're screwed. Let's see what we can get in terms of head coach. You got A+ offense there, B- defense there. Let's just offer him a deal. He only wants 3.8 million. We'll crank that up to around 4.5. Hopefully he accepts, and we'll be chilling going into this draft. See what he does. Appreciates our offer. He'll sign. We are going to sign that, and we're good to go there. Going past the combine into the draft. Hopefully we can trade up to that #1 overall spot. That would be ideal. Let's see who holds that. Right now it's in the hands of the Atlanta Hawks. What would they want? We've got that 7th overall pick. They want D'Angelo Russell and Luke Cornett. I don't think I want to do that, but they would definitely give us a lot of cap space. D'Angelo Russell's holding that value as that #1 spot. Let's see what would it take to get the #3 pick, because we right now hold the 7. I don't think we need too much past that. They're not willing to budge there. At #5, can we move up from 7? We give up a first-round pick. We actually end up getting Seth Curry as well. I mean, I don't necessarily want that, but if we have to, we will do it. Give up a 2021 first. Let's do a 2022 first-round pick. Give them Luke Cornett, and they give us Dorian Finney-Smith. Absolutely fine with that. Now we hold that 5th pick. Does that give us a little bit more leverage to try and trade up to #1? Seeing what the Atlanta Hawks will do. We've got that 4th pick now. They still only want D'Angelo Russell. Can we get up to 3 now that we have 5? They still don't want to do that. These guys aren't budging. Can we at least go up 1 spot to 4? Because, man, oh, man, do I want LaMelo Ball. Maybe James Wiseman, if he falls to us, that would be awesome. We end up giving up to that 2021 first-round pick. We take on Ed Davis, and we go up to #4. I'm willing to do that. I want to get up as high as possible in this draft, and let's see what happens. Right now, I'm not really sure what these rankings are, what 2K has as projections, but let's see. Can we get past all this? LaMelo Ball ends up going #1 to the Atlanta Hawks. Maybe we can pull off a trade for that. Let's pause the draft. Okay, guys, so we made it to the 4th pick. I was hoping James Wiseman would still be there. He was off the board. I couldn't get any trades done with him. So ultimately, I'm going to get our guy. We're getting rid of D'Angelo Russell, but we're getting an absolute stud in LaMelo Ball on top of getting Cam Reddish. We are getting young. Our books are going to be absolutely free. We're going to have so much money to spend in that 2021 class. Getting out of the draft, probably we'll just send this up until free agency, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys, so we're in free agency, and really the only player we're going to try to get is going to be Anthony Davis. If we can't get Anthony Davis, we are not going to try at all. We're going to give you 4 years. We'll give you as whatever you want. Player option, fine with us. No trades clause, fine with us. Let's see if he does anything. I'm guessing. Wait, what? Okay, we actually did get Anthony Davis. This is pretty ridiculous. That's awesome. Okay, I guess we have Anthony Davis, and I think we're still going to have a lot of money in that 2021 free agency. This rebuild just got a lot more promising. We're going to agree to that. Get out of there. We've now got Anthony Davis on our roster. We still have LaMelo Ball, Wendell Carter, Jarrett Culver. We still have Kobe White as well. This team is going to be special once all these guys progress. Going into the player progression, this team's going to get massive jumps. So I'll see you guys at the start of the season. Looking at the roster to start the year, we've got LaMelo Ball at the point, Jarrett Culver at the 2, Robert Covington at the 3, Wendell Carter and Anthony Davis. I think I'm going to switch this. Then we've got Kobe White, Cam Reddish, Ed Davis, Rui Hachimura off the bench. Really like how this team is going. Looking at our salary cap, we should still have a lot of money where we can go crazy in that 2021 class. Hopefully get another free agent. We're projected to have $60 million in cap space. That's going to allow us to get guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, guys like Kawhi Leonard, and I think there might still be a little bit money to be freed up. Archie Diacono, we're going to decline that player option. Gafford, I mean, that doesn't really matter. That's $1 million, but we're going to have Kobe White, Wendell Carter, Jarrett Culver, LaMelo Ball, all on great deals. Robert Covington might have to go out the door if we have the opportunity to bring in 2 guys like Kawhi Leonard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season, and hopefully we can make some moves going into next year. Okay, guys, so at the end of the season, this was a massive surprise. I don't know how, but we ended up becoming a 58-win team, and Anthony Davis won MVP, getting 31 points and 14 rebounds. LaMelo Ball also won Rookie of the Year, getting 18.8 points, 7.1 assists. This team is gonna be special. Kawhi Leonard, who we can hopefully add to this team later on in this video, ended up getting Defensive Player of the Year, getting 2.2 steals a game. But looking at All-NBA First Team, we actually have Anthony Davis on All-NBA First, All-NBA Second, no Bulls there, All-NBA Third, no Bulls there, but obviously on All-Rookie Team, actually on All-Defensive Team, we have Anthony Davis as well, but Rookie Team, we've got LaMelo Ball. I think that trade ended up being huge for us. Looking at our player stats, where are we at? Player stats, we got Anthony Davis at 30 points, but we also have Jarrett Culver now at 15 points, Kobe White on 12 points coming off the bench, Cam Reddish on 12 points, shooting 35% from 3, Wendell Carter doing pretty good, Robert Covington solid, and Rui Hachimura. We're right now the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Maybe we win a championship in year 2. I did not expect it, but we're here. But I have a good, feeling that we're going to get upset by some team early on in these NBA playoffs. But right now we're up 2-1 against the Milwaukee Bucks. We're up 3-1. Hopefully we go right by them. We take Giannis Antetokounmpo away from them in the offseason. I know I'm hyping up this 2021 class, but I feel like we're going to get a big-time free agent to put alongside, Anthony Davis and LaMelo Ball. The Atlanta Hawks are up 3-1 in the second round. I might have been right. Oh, we end up tying it, but we lose in 7 games to the Atlanta Hawks. That's a little ridiculous. Okay, guys, so in free agency, Kawhi Leonard already got a deal after we renounced everyone's rights, and we actually don't have as much cap space as I thought. We're going to have to free up around $11 million if we want to bring in a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo or Paul George, which is ultimately the goal here. We need to free up $11 million in cap. That should be right around what I think Robert Covington is getting paid, so let's check that right now. Robert Covington at $12.9 million, so let's free up that contract. Really don't need him. As much as, I like him and I like what he brings to his team as a 3-and-D player, we need to free up money. We need to do it almost immediately. Kevin Porter Jr., that's a decent value. It's a young player. We still got 2.5 trade value, who we can end up trading, later down the road ahead of the season. We got Carson Edwards now there, Patrick Beverley, Brandon Clark, and Kyle Anderson. We can end up just getting first-round selections that could help us in a trade. I just want to see what our options are. Miles Bridges, who we got in the last rebuild and actually put up some pretty solid numbers, but I think I'm probably just going to take picks. Maybe Jackson Hayes as a backup center. That's interesting. Bryn Forbes, Joe Harris. Not even going to try to pronounce that guy's name. Ty Jerome. We actually got a lot of trade offers, but I think I'm either going to do Kevin Porter Jr., maybe Carson. I liked one. I'm going to just do this Miles Bridges. It's $5 million. Actually, I can't. I need to get rid of this whole contract. I'm taking these picks from the Hawks. That's what I'm going to end up doing. Now we should have enough money. I believe it said we were, minus $11 million, and we are good to go. We can offer on Giannis Antetokounmpo a max contract. I'll give you the player option. I'll give you a no trade clause. We're going to do the same thing for Paul George. If we strike out on both of these, that's going to be very disappointing. Hopefully we can land one. Hopefully, let's see, we end up getting Giannis Antetokounmpo to, agrees to our deal. Hopefully this all works out. This 2K thing can be weird sometimes, but I think he's on our roster. We're still in the moratorium period. I think we need to go past the moratorium period, and then we're good to go on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's make sure he's on the roster. We now have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Anthony Davis. That is absolutely beautiful to go along with Wendell Carter, LaMelo Ball, Kobe White. Let's see where this team is really lagging as of right now in terms of depth. Point guard, we're absolutely solid. Shooting guard, it looks like we'll need some help. And then obviously a lot of these guys are going to get traded because we have a lot of young talent. Really aren't going to be getting as many minutes as they deserve. Okay, guys, so at the start of the season, our roster is looking really nice as of right now. We've got LaMelo Ball at the 1, Jared Culver at the 2, Giannis, Wendell Carter, Anthony Davis with Kobe White, Cam Reddish, Rui Hachimura, Daniel Gafford off our bench. I still think there are some trades that need to be made. LaMelo Ball, Giannis, Anthony Davis, they're not going anywhere, but I kind of want to have Giannis at the power forward spot, Anthony Davis at the center, so I want to see if we can turn Wendell Carter into a solid power forward. Really not sure what the market's going to be on him. Right now he is up to an 84 overall. Where is he at? Wendell Carter, I'm really glad that we didn't end up trading him to start this rebuild. I think now that he's at 84 overall, he should have a little bit jump in his value. Obviously, he's, the last year of his contract, but he is a restricted free agent. We could bring back Robert Covington, who we ended up just trading away in order to get everything done with Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's kind of an interesting deal. I really like it. We're probably going to end up doing it. Mitchell Robinson, to me, is an upgrade at that center spot. Could be that backup center role, but really trying to upgrade at small forward for right now. Seeing what's out there. We get Mikal Bridges, who they have listed as a shooting guard. Should have no problem playing at that small forward spot. What's his three-point shot? He's got an 83 three-point shot. We know what he can do on the defensive side. He shot 40% for three that last season for them. He's a guy that's not going to demand the ball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a decent deal, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm just going to take Mikal Bridges. I like this offer. We have a lot of first-round picks. I want to see what we can get done with all that, but I think defensively, everything combined, we are looking really special. Kobe White is just so much value coming off our bench. I wonder if we could upgrade somewhere else. Right now, I want Bridges at the 3 with Culver at the 2, or maybe Culver at the 3. Right now, I'm liking that starting lineup. I want to see what we can get for Kobe White. I'm going to look around for a solid trade, and I'll see you guys when I find one. Okay, guys, so I end up finding a trade I really like. We're going to end up getting Bol for Kobe White and Rui Hachimura. I think this is going to change our plans a little bit. We might have Giannis go back to that small forward spot. We're going to add the exception, but I think this team would just be absolutely scary. We would have 3 basically demigods on this roster. Now we have LaMelo Ball at the starting point guard role. Mikal Bridges at the 2. Maybe this is Jared Culver. But maybe Jared Culver's better coming off the bench. I don't know. Maybe we trade Jared Culver. Maybe we trade Mikal Bridges. I'm really not sure at this point. But love how this team is looking right now. They have Bol at the 4. That's going to be changed. We're going to have Anthony Davis at the 4. Giannis at the 3. Now off the bench, we've got Culver, Cam Reddish, Daniel Gafford, and Jonah Bolden. We still have a ton of picks. So I'm going to look for another trade to get us a solid bench player. And then we're probably simulating going into next season. Okay, guys, so I was messing around. I ended up getting a deal done for Mo Bamba. So the roster right now is looking like LaMelo Ball, Mikal Bridges, Giannis, Anthony Davis, Bol. We got Mo Bamba. We had to get rid of Jared Culver. I think the simulator values big men a lot more than guys like Jared Culver. So we've got Mo Bamba and Cam Reddish. Those are solid players off the bench. I would like to get a point guard or a shooting guard. I'm going to look for a trade for that, and then I'll see you guys then. So I ended up finding this trade before my app crashed, and they actually accepted it. So we're going to end up trading Daniel Gafford, 3 first-round picks, plus Jonah Bolden, bring in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That would be a beast for us off the bench. I think really all we need is like a rotational shooting guard. Our front court's very strong. Looking at the starting lineup, obviously we're not going to have him ahead of LaMelo Ball. Really, a shooting guard's all we need. Maybe Taj Gibson and a couple picks. We get a solid shooting guard, and I think we're ready to go, seeing what we can do there. Taj Gibson, bring us a solid shooting guard. I don't need anyone special. A guy like Danny Green or something will do the job. We can get Troy Daniels. He should be a pretty solid three-point shooter at 87 three-point shot. It's probably what we'll do. Won't have a ton of minutes. I'm absolutely fine with this. We'll do that, and I'll show you guys the final rotation before we head into our final season, where I think we should be the front runners to take home this title. Shai Gilgeous, you're not going to be getting more minutes than LaMelo Ball. He was a Rookie of the Year last year. He's going to get better throughout the season. We got LaMelo Ball, Mikal Bridges, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis. Then we've got Bol off the bench, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Mo Bamba, Cam Reddish, and Troy Daniels. Absolutely love this roster, and I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. Okay, guys, so at the end of the season, we end up finishing with a record of 69-13. Giannis ends up winning us MVP. Pretty crazy. We're obviously going to be the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Hopefully, we can win this title this year. Giannis finishes in All-NBA first team. Do we have Anthony Davis? Yes, we do. An All-NBA second, All-NBA third. Any more Chicago Bulls? Defensively, we've got both Giannis and Anthony Davis in All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team. No Bulls anywhere else. Really loving this roster. Looking at our player stats, who ended up leading us in scoring. Let's check it out. We had Anthony Davis at 25 points, 13 rebounds. Insane. Giannis Antetokounmpo at 23 points and rebounds. Bol killed it for us. 18 points, 8 rebounds. How was he as far as a three-point shooter? We actually had Giannis Antetokounmpo shoot 34% from three. Bol at 40%. LaMelo Ball led the team at the point guard spot, getting 17 points, 8 assists. Our bench players look pretty good. This team is absolutely scary. There's no way, at least I don't see a way we lose this NBA championship. Simulating the playoffs, we don't even need to go round by round. We can go right through the playoffs. Boston Celtics, they are no match for us. It should be an easy sweep. We won 69 wins. Clearly the best team as far as record-wise across the whole entire NBA. We took Giannis away from the Bucks. That eliminates them as a threat. We took Anthony Davis away from the Lakers, which was a huge surprise in season number 2. That makes obviously the Lakers, much weaker. The #1 seed in the Western Conference was actually the Phoenix Suns, and they lost in the first round 4-1 against the Houston Rockets. That's pretty crazy. But now we're in the NBA Finals, going up against the Portland Trailblazers that have CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard, Jusuf Nurkic, a pretty similar team to what we see in real life. They should be no match for us in game number 1 of the NBA Finals. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Going back to the simulation, did not mean to do that, but looking at the box score, where is that? Giannis Antetokounmpo ends up getting 32 points, 7 steals, 2 blocks. LaMelo Ball ends up getting 27 points and 10 assists. That's all we need to see. This is going to be easy peasy. They end up taking game. Whoa. It's tied 2-2. This is getting kind of scary. Simulating the round again. There's no way we lose this. It's 3-2. It's game 7. It is game 7, and we're simulating this with Simcast. This is actually getting scary. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We end up finishing with 69 wins. If we lose this, it is going to be sad. Simulating the game to start things off. After this, 4 minutes left in the second quarter, we're up 12 points. Right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander coming off the bench is actually leading us in scoring. We're going to continue the simulation. Right now, we're up 12. Everything's looking good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander still our leading scorer. Right now, we're up 9 points. Things are looking good. We're up 11 points with just around 4 minutes left. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is coming up big for us off the bench. Huge addition, and we end up winning the NBA championship. Let's see who takes home Finals MVP, returning to the calendar. We won. Giannis Antetokounmpo ends up getting it, 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Really had fun with this rebuild. Did not think it'd come down to game 7 in season number 3. But looking at our final roster, we had 99 overall Giannis, 98 overall Anthony Davis. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ended up going up to an 88 overall. We had him off the bench. We also had LaMelo Ball, Bol, Mo Bamba, Cam Reddish, Mikal Bridges. Love this roster. That's the video, guys. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see a Pelicans rebuild tomorrow, smash the like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Dunzo.